Oh, you're going to love this one. This is the most satisfying piece of workplace revenge I have ever read, and the best part? Every single thing this person did was completely by the book. So let's set the scene. We've got a medium-sized engineering firm, and our storyteller works there handling something called BIM coordination, basically digital project management for complex engineering work. Now, their manager is one of those guys. You know the type. Old school. Suspicious of anything that lives on a screen. The kind of person who still prints out emails to file them in a cabinet. And normally fine. People have their quirks. But here's where it starts to get interesting. The company uses digital tracking systems for literally everything. We're talking Revit file syncing, server uptime monitoring, cloud logs, the whole modern engineering toolkit. And this manager has always had a distrust of all of it. But he mostly kept that to himself. Until last week, when a minor sync error caused some work to get lost. Now, a reasonable person might say, okay, let's look at the logs, figure out what went wrong, patch it up, move on. But that is not what happened. Instead, during the morning meeting, this manager absolutely lost it. He starts shouting about being tired of, and I love this phrase, invisible data. And then he drops the decree. From now on, every single automated system log and every error report has to be printed out physically, placed on his desk every single morning for his personal manual review. The IT lead tries to pump the brakes. He explains, very patiently I'm sure, that the server alone generates thousands of lines of data every single hour. The manager waves him off. He wants to see a paper trail. Because, in his words, paper doesn't lie. Now here's where it gets good. Our narrator catches the look on the IT guy's face in that moment. And they already know exactly where this is going. So they decide to help it get there a little faster. Since they're the one who handles the project logs and the BIM coordination, they have access to the automated reporting tools. So they go in and make a few small adjustments. Nothing technically against the rules. They change the output destination from the internal digital dashboard over to the heavy-duty plotter and the industrial laser printer sitting in the main hall. You know, the big ones. The ones that were built for large-format engineering drawings. And then, this is the detail that really makes the whole thing, they disable the filters. The ones that normally strip out what are called heartbeat pings. These are basically just little automated signals the server sends out every 30 seconds just to confirm it's still running. Every 30 seconds. Those are now going to the printer too. They set it all up Monday night and let it run. Tuesday morning, they show up an hour early to collect the harvest. And oh, what a harvest it was. The laser printer had chewed through 3 entire reams of paper overnight. 3 reams. And the plotter, the big industrial one, had spat out approximately 20 feet of continuous log data, formatted by our very thoughtful narrator as one long, unbroken strip. For easier reading, of course. They stack it all up into a pile roughly 2 feet high, carry it into the manager's office, and have to physically move his coffee mug and his family photo just to make room for it on the desk. They set it down, smile, and very politely explain that these are the raw logs for the last 24 hours, and the next batch will be ready by 9 a.m. tomorrow. Just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And the manager doesn't blow up. He doesn't send it back. He just stares at this towering monument to his own bad decision-making, and he gets to work. The narrator can hear the rustling of paper through the office walls for the rest of the day. Just hours of paper rustling. Around 3 in the afternoon, the manager emerges. He looks, and I'm quoting directly here, like he has aged 5 years. And he asks very carefully, I imagine, if there might be a way to just get a summary. The narrator keeps a completely straight face and reminds him that per his specific instructions from the meeting, summaries were no longer being used. Because summaries count as invisible data, and they need to maintain the full paper trail for accountability. The manager says nothing, goes back into his office. The paper rustling continues. By Thursday morning, the situation has escalated to a level that I think none of us could have fully predicted. The pile on the manager's desk has grown so large over those few days that he can no longer actually sit at his desk. He is now working from the small round table in the corner of his office. His entire primary workspace has been physically consumed by logs that he himself ordered into existence. Let that image sit with you for a second. This man, who was so sure that physical paper was the answer, is now being driven out of his own office by physical paper. And then Friday morning comes. An email goes out to the team. The digital dashboard is officially reinstated. Everyone is told to use their best judgment about what actually needs to be printed. 4 days. That's all it took. 4 days of living inside his own policy before he folded completely. And the ending? The ending is perfect. Our narrator mentions, almost casually, that they still have a few rolls of plotter paper standing by, just in case the manager ever changes his mind again. I think the thing I love most about this story is that nobody broke any rules. Nobody was disrespectful. Nobody sabotaged anything. They just did exactly what they were told, with a level of thoroughness and dedication that the manager probably should have anticipated, but absolutely did not. That's the art of malicious compliance, done right. You find the gap between what someone said and what they actually meant, and you fill that gap with 20 feet of continuous server logs. The manager wanted a paper trail. He got one. He got all of them. So, what would you have done in this situation? Would you have pushed back in the meeting, tried to talk the manager down, or would you have gone full plotter mode just like our hero here did? Drop a comment and let me know where you stand. And if you want more stories where the rules get followed just a little too well, smash that subscribe button because we've got plenty more where this came from.